What's up, everyone? We are live at 5 here at Broadway.com in the heart of Times Square. I haven't said that in a while.
I know.
I like saying it because
comforting.
people look at this and we could be
Where
in
are we?
Cleveland, but we're not. Times Square's like right beyond these walls.
Yeah, our
Beyond
neighbor.
our
It's
walls.
Thursday, January 9th. I am Paul Wontora.
And I am Ryan Lee Gilbert.
And she is Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ryan, I am
Yes.
so excited.
I know you are.
That Dawnn Lewis is here. Dr. Dawnn Lewis.
Dr. Dawnn.
Who I've loved forever, and now she's finally on Broadway in Tina, the smash hit Tina Turner
Come on.
musical. I'm calling it.
Perfect.
That's the new
It
title.
is.
Smash hit.
Tina, the
Absolutely.
smash hit Tina Turner musical.
Yes, yes. I love
We're
it.
going to talk to her all about her amazing journey, but first, today's top 5.
There has been a cast replacement over at West Side Story before it even has opened on Broadway.
Yes. So a little while back, we found out that Isaac Powell had suffered a minor injury in the show, and so right now Jordan Dobson is playing the role of Tony, and now another cast member has sustained an injury. Ben Cook, who has been playing Riff in the Broadway production, he is permanently out. Darren E. Jones will be taking over the role.
The Jet Boys aren't having
The
much
Jet
luck.
Boys, I know they're
Jets.
so Ben is okay,
Yeah.
but he is permanently out of the production. Darren E. Jones, who had previously been playing Action in the show, he will now be playing Riff. It is currently not known who will be taking over the role of Action. Also, because of Isaac Powell's injury, the production pushed back their opening date, so it will now officially open at the Broadway Theater on February 20th. Previews, of course, began back on December 10th.
Yeah, they're already in their 5th week of previews.
Yes,
This is
yeah.
obviously a very dance-heavy show.
Yes.
And
A couple
everything
people-
I've heard,
yeah.
a stunning new production.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah,
that
very
I've
love
spoken to
inventive.
that's seen it has had incredible things to say about it.
Yeah.
But yes, physically they are exhausting themselves in
Yeah.
the show, and so a couple of injuries here. So of course we hope a speedy recovery
Yeah.
for Ben Cook. Congratulations to Darren E. Jones. The role of Riff is fantastic, and also we hope Isaac is healing nicely.
Get better, everyone.
And a new musical is coming to Off-Broadway.
So I heard about this show when it was playing in Chicago, actually. Trevor, the musical. Now, Trevor is a great word. I think it's built a lot of strength in the
Absolutely.
LGBTQ community,
Yes.
especially because let me sort of explain what Trevor is. James Lesence is a very talented theater writer and actor. He did a one-man show years and years ago called Word of Mouth. And he had a
Right.
character called Trevor, a gay boy, and then he made a short film that won the Oscar, didn't it? Actually,
I believe it did,
It's a
yes.
short film, and it
Yep.
won the Academy Award. And then the Trevor Project grew out of that. And the Trevor Project is this incredible nonprofit. It's the nation's only accredited crisis intervention and suicide prevention organization focusing on saving LGBTQ lives. And that all came out of this film and out of James Lesence's amazing brain, because he's a super talent. And now it's a musical. So Trevor the Musical features a book and lyrics by Dan Collins and music by Julianne Wick Davis, who also wrote that Southern Comfort musical.
Oh, right.
Right?
Yes,
Which was also,
yes.
wasn't that a
Yep.
trans
Yes.
character, another LGBTQ amazing thing. And now this musical is directed by Mark Bruni and choreographed by Joshua Prince, who of course did Beautiful, the Carole King musical
Mark
together.
Bruni's busy.
And we just announced yesterday that Mark Bruni is doing the Nanny musical.
Which might as well be an LGBTQ story as well. I mean, we all love it so much.
Anyway, it's coming off Broadway. Performances start in April, so we'll keep you informed on that. But I hear it's fantastic.
And the West End is gaining a brand new play.
The brand new play is Stephen Lawton's new play, One Jewish Boy, and it will move to Trafalgar Studios, the Studio 2 space, happening this spring. It had a sold-out run at London's Old Red Lion Theatre, but now it is making the big West End leap. Sarah Meadows will repeat her work as director of the production. It will begin previews on March 10th, and it will play through April 4th. Asha Reed and Robert Newmark Jones will reprise their performances in the show as well. The play is an urgent response to overt anti-Semitism. One Jewish Boy focuses squarely on the inheritances that haunt us, asking if the fear of hatred could be worse than hate itself. Sounds like a powerful play.
Yes. And we got some big stage names joining a tribute to one of the greatest songwriters of Broadway.
So Titus Burgess, we love Titus.
We love
Come back to
Titus.
Broadway, Titus. We're ready.
Please.
We're ready for you to come back. He has that Preacher's Wife musical he's working on.
I forgot.
Yes,
about
I
that.
saw a reading of it. It was
Yes,
very
that's
good.
right.
Anyway, he's doing a Stephen Sondheim tribute at Carnegie Hall on February 1st at 8 p.m.
Very fancy.
And I think we previously knew Jane Krakowski
Yes.
and Lilias White will be there. And now we just found out that Michael McElroy of the Broadway Inspirational Voices and Orfeh, Tony nominee Orfeh, will also be there. And it's called Take Me to the World. That's a Sondheim song. Look it up. It's a pretty one. And it's a tribute to Sondheim with some
Yes.
really interesting people doing. I've never thought I'd hear Orfeh do Sondheim.
No, that's very exciting.
But people at Carnegie Hall will on February 1st. And of course, Titus is a 4-time Emmy nominee for The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. But he was on Broadway in Jersey Boys for like 14 years.
And isn't Unbreakable?
No, he
isn't
was in it for a
Unbreakable-
really long time. They're
Unbreakable
doing
Kimmy
like
Schmidt's doing like a final
the
musical.
Choose Your Adventure.
Yes,
It's like a
exactly,
Choose Your
right.
Adventure episode. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But Titus was in The Little Mermaid, Guys and Dolls, Good Vibrations. He's a Broadway boy,
best.
and he's coming a little closer to Broadway, but he's not quite here. But he'll be at Carnegie Hall, which is a lot fancier.
Yes, and we have another Broadway baby in the world. I'm so happy.
We do. Congratulations to Josh Sagara and his wife, Brace Rice. They welcomed a new son, Hank Rice.
How much do we love the name
on
Hank?
January 8th. I
Hank.
love
Hank.
the name
I love
Hank.
that.
It's
For a
such a
baby,
great
a
name.
baby named
I
Hank.
love
I
It's
love
so
a baby.
adorable. They, of course, they're the couple's first son, Gus Main. He turned 3 in September. You know Josh Sagara from on Broadway. He was in On Your Feet. He was also in Liz Estrada Jones. Off Broadway, you may have seen him in Dogfight. He's on the show The Other Two, and he has a new Netflix series coming
The
out as
RuPaul
well.
show.
Too. That's right, AJ and the Queen, which
Right.
debuts on January 10th. Tomorrow, you'll be able to see him in that. So what a nice little
I'm pretty
congratulations.
sure
to all
RuPaul
of
plays
them.
the Queen.
And
AJ's like a little boy,
yes.
right?
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
like a-
that's it.
Yeah, very exciting. But congratulations
Congratulations,
to the
Josh.
happy couple. Yes, that's amazing.
Okay, thank you so much, Ryan.
My pleasure,
But I
yes.
need to ask you to leave because Dawnn Lewis
This
is
is
here.
Dawn
The
C.
doctor is in the house.
Yes.
I'll see you later. Hey,
Yes.
Caitlin, tell everyone about today's guest.
Gladly. Yes, as we mentioned, we have Miss Dr. Dawnn Lewis here with us today because she is currently making her Broadway debut. The fact that it's her Broadway debut took a long time. We're so glad she's here. She is currently playing Zelma, Tina Turner's mother, in the Tina Turner musical. You guys probably know her from one of her many, many television roles. She appeared on A Different World, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Major Crimes, Veronica Mars. If I listed everything she's done, we'd be here for the next hour, okay? Make sure you follow her on social media at Dawnn Lewis. Leave all of your questions in the comments down below. And please welcome Dr. Dawnn Lewis and Paul.
Thank you. You don't mind us saying doctor. Like, we said it a lot in the last 5 minutes, but come on.
But I
She's a
do
doctor.
answer to Dawn. But yes, yes. The doctorate is honorary, and I am so grateful and blessed to have had it because I was presented with it for the work that I do with underserved youth and communities across the country and abroad. And I've been doing that for several decades now.
I know. I love
So,
that.
thank you.
You balanced
Thank
that
you.
with your showbiz career.
Yep, I sure do. But it's, it's one thing that really makes the other possible. It's the showbiz that gives you the platform and the profile
Sure.
to be received everywhere you go
Yep.
and empowers you to be able to empower others. So it's great.
Speaking of empowering people,
Yes.
let's talk about Tina Turner. Because
Come on now.
You're helping to tell the story of Tina Turner every night.
Every night.
At the L'Enfantin Theatre. The show is spectacular. I saw it in London. I loved it. It's even better here. Thanks to
you.
the addition of people like you.
Thank you very much.
You play Tina's mom.
I play Zelma Bullock.
Yes, Zelma. Now, how much do we know about the real Zelma?
The real Zelma was a very strong, very opinionated, very determined, very focused woman, not always making popular choices.
Right.
There's not a great deal of material out there, but I do know a few people who got to know her personally, like my friend Angela Bassett.
Oh, okay.
Used to go to the same church that Ms. Bullock and Aline, Tina's older sister, who was also
Wow.
represented in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
play.
of course.
They went to the same church. And there was one video that during production they were able to show me that was from a documentary interview that included Zelma,
Okay.
Aline, and Tina. So there
Wait,
was
so
you'll be
Angela
able to get-
Bassett had that connection before she did the movie?
before the movie.
What's Love Got to Do?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow, that's amazing.
many years ago.
Oh, wow.
So
Fun
and when
fact.
Angie came and saw the show, she said, "Dawn, did you ever meet Miss Bullock?" I said, "No." She said, "Gosh, you got her like spot on."
Wow, look at that.
That was really great. But the biggest compliment was opening night. As you know, Miss Tina Turner.
Yes, I
performed.
know, I saw.
Was she not gorgeous?
Yeah,
oh my
amazing.
gosh, just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm talking to a couple of people backstage, and she reaches over and touches me, and I'm like, "Oh my God, Tina Turner touched me! Oh my God, oh my God." Okay, and I made sure everyone looked. Okay, you saw her touch me first, right? I didn't accost her. I didn't bother her. And she says, "No, I just wanted you to know how much I enjoyed your performance." Wow. And I told her, I said, "Well, it was truly my honor to portray your mother, and I hope I did her justice." And she looked at me and said, "You made me feel like home."
Oh, wow.
But the first thing I thought was, yeah, but you guys had like a really not great relationship.
Right.
And I thought, well, was that a good thing? And she started laughing. "Yes, sweetheart, it was fabulous." She said, you were spot on. So I could not have ever received if nobody else ever enjoys what I do on stage as Zelma Bullock, the fact that Miss Turner said that I did her mother honor by portraying her the way that I am means the world to me.
That also has to be like a top 5 most amazing thing that's ever happened to you in your career.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing moment.
Yes.
And it happened on Broadway.
And it happened on
You know,
Broadway.
I've been waiting for you to come to Broadway. I kind of feel like, okay, so you were in this show called A Different
Yes.
World, which was fantastic, which was
you.
a big part of my childhood.
Thank
It was
you.
the spin-off to The Cosby Show. It was a very big deal. And you also sang the theme,
I wrote the theme song. Right, I wrote the
you
theme song,
co-wrote
right.
It's a different world.
You better
I'm not,
sing. Go
I'm
on,
not,
go on
I'm
now.
not doing that. That's all you get. That's all you get. But you were kind of a little bit on a Broadway path maybe before that, right? Because you were in the Tap Dance
I was in the
Kid.
Tap Dance Kid
On the
with
road.
Harold Nicholas of the famous Nicholas
Yes,
Brothers
of course.
and Hinton Battle and Ben Harney.
Amazing.
And Dule Hill was our kid, who is now fabulous
Yeah, he's
and
doing
amazing.
well.
Dule's just done amazing things. So before that, I was doing other shows like Money Notes, Shades of Harlem down at the Village Gate, different often close to Broadway things, and the Apollo. I was an Apollo winner for
Wow.
amateur night, and I had my own recording career.
Wait,
I
tell
had
me
a
about
single
that
out.
night. What was the Apollo
That
night
night-
like when you won? What did you do? What did you
I
perform?
sang an original song called "From the Bottom Up."
Wow.
Yes, I was very edgy
Oh,
in my
okay. What were you-
singing
what
and
were
in
you
my
wearing?
performance.
What was
It
the
was a
look?
very short suede mini skirt that had shoulders, because I'm a person, I like to show my arms and
Okay.
and
Well,
things
when you got good
like
arms, you
that.
show 'em.
And well, thank you. And so I went on right after a really popular singing group, and I thought, why would you put me on right after them? And I got out and I'm singing a song that nobody's ever heard before. And a few people, they start to get very, vocal in it until they start listening to me. So they go, "Oh, wait a minute, this thing can sing." So before you knew it, they were up chanting and singing along with me. And so I did very well that night. And then they asked me to come back the following week as a special guest.
Wow. You know, you can call your memoirs Miss Thing Can Sing.
Miss Thing can sing. Right. Miss
I'd
Thing
buy
can
it.
sing. So that's what I thought I was going to be, was a recording artist.
Was that so? Was that during high school? You also went to the High School of Performing Arts.
I went to
right?
music and
LaGuardia.
art. Music and LaGuardia. Well,
Okay.
wait. Fiorello LaGuardia
Right, of
High School
course.
of Music and Art and the Performing Arts.
The old location.
The old
over
location
in the
up on
west.
135th Street in Convent
Oh, okay.
was where music and art was. And
Okay.
performing arts was on 46
Right,
right in the
okay,
heart
okay.
of Broadway. Now they finally found a building where both
Yeah.
schools can come together, and that's in Lincoln
Okay.
Center.
Right.
Right.
So you were very artsy. You were a Brooklyn girl.
Brooklyn girl, born and raised. So my family's still here. They're very happy to have me back home, because after I did the Tap Dance Kid was when I booked A Different World.
Right.
So I've been in California for the last 32 years, primarily doing film and television and animation. I must do, I think, like 9 animated shows
Wow.
now. And every now and then I do a theater project. I just finished doing Thoroughly Modern Millie in Arizona. I did The World Goes Round.
You were Muzzy?
I was Muzzy.
Uh-huh.
We did The
love
World
Muzzy.
Goes Round. Yeah, she was a lot of fun.
That's a fun role.
She was a lot of fun. And The World Goes Round, Intimate Apparel, different plays.
Cool.
And so they expressed interest in me coming to do this show. I had done The Wiz about 10 years
Oh, wait
ago.
a minute. Stop. That's not
What?
just, we're not just casually mentioning that.
Oh.
Because A, I love The Wiz.
Yes.
B, that production of The
Did you
Wiz.
see it?
Of course I saw it. With that cast and that creative team.
Yes, it was.
And you? That was the production that should have moved to Broadway and still been run. Thank you, right?
Yeah.
Am I
Thank
right?
you. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Because it was Tommy Kail,
Tommy
Alex
Kail,
Lacamoire,
and Andy Blankenblue.
It was like the In the Heights guys between In the Heights and Hamilton.
Exactly.
They took on The Wiz, and it was brilliant.
It was brilliant, and a lot of people who we know who have gone on to do such amazing things on Broadway. Joshua Henry.
Of course,
LaChance was Glenda. I was Ada Pearl.
Yeah.
Josh Henry was our Tin Man.
Yeah, Ashanti
James
was
right?
Yeah, James
Ashanti.
Iglehart. Yeah.
James Iglehart was
right,
our lion. Christian Dante White was our scarecrow.
It's crazy.
And to Miss Crazy Tashina Arnold was our Eveline, honey. Oh, Lord Jesus. Coleman Domingo was our Wiz, as well as Orlando Jones.
Yeah.
And several of our ensemble. Adrienne Warren, Tina Today.
She was in the ensemble?
She was in the ensemble.
I forgot she was in the ensemble.
Yes, Daniel J. Watts, Mr. Ike Turner. That was where the three of us originally met, was doing The Wiz.
Why didn't I realize they were both in it? Wow.
I don't know.
That's amazing.
Little bit of trivia. See? Come and watch Live at 5. You'll learn things.
But that production
Secrets
was so
will be
good. That was so
revealed.
good. So
Thank
that
you.
should have brought you to Broadway. There's so many things that could have brought you to Broadway.
Yes.
But now you're finally here.
Now I'm finally back. Yep. So
was it on your sort of? Is it something that was important to sort of check off to officially do a Broadway run?
to come back home? Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure was.
So what's it like to be back
It sure
home?
was. It's great, and as close as I am now, I don't get to see my family. Because I'm at the theater all the
Sure,
time.
you're Midtown,
I'm at
yeah.
the theater all the time. But I have three brothers. All of us are very different. I'm kind of a smash up of my three brothers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my oldest is retired fireman. So he's a fire marshal in security now. My next older brother just retired from IT. So now he gets to play music full time. He's a bass player as well. And my younger brother's a lawyer, has his own law firm. And he works with me in my foundation. And I see them as much as I can. It is so nice to have your big brother call you, say, sis, how you doing today? You need anything? Are you all right? Are you eating? And they're right around the corner. It's really beautiful. And nieces and nephews and my aunts and such, it's great. It really is great.
So so are you living in like temporary housing? Like you're here?
Well, I have an apartment.
You have a place here?
I have an apartment,
Okay.
only for the run of the show. So I
Okay.
still have my home
Okay,
back
cool.
in California.
And are you getting into the New York rhythm and the show
You know
schedule?
what? You know what? Okay, I'm going to share something with you. If you see me on the street in Times Square, please put your phone down. Please look where you're walking. Please don't walk into me. That's not cute.
Is that happening?
It's like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
I know, no one's paying attention.
Seriously, how do you walk full speed down a sidewalk like this?
I know.
Or like this, with no clue or no care as to where you're walking or who you're walking into. No, that's not good for me. So if you want me to stay healthy, whole, and smiling like this, put your phone down. Sorry.
Got it. So how are Adrienne Warren and Daniel J. Watt? How are they doing?
Everybody's great.
Yeah, everybody's great. Are they the
everybody's
same? You remember them from The Wiz?
You know what, they were. I remember them. Daniel and I have stayed closest in touch. Adrienne and I, our paths have crossed when she was touring with Dreamgirls.
Oh, yeah,
and came
right.
to
Of
LA.
course.
I got to see her then.
Yep.
But Daniel and I have a lot of mutual friends. So we see each other. He does an amazing spoken word show. I'm giving a shameless plug. He's doing a show at Joe's Pub.
I know. I want to see it.
I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. So yes, Daniel, you now owe me money for plugging your show. Anyway, so no, they're fine. We have an incredibly talented group of people. Another friend of mine that I'm working with, who I've worked with before, is David Jennings, who plays Richard Bullock, my husband in the show. He and I were in the original cast of Sister Act.
Wow. Oh, out in California.
Right, out in California.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Right. So this is
Because
a
you were
reunion.
Dolores Van Cartier.
Dolores Van Cartier.
And now Whoopi Goldberg's doing it.
Yes, I know.
She's
going
gonna do
back
the
to
musical
London
now next summer, I think.
You know what? I'm going to ask for a vacation week just so I can go see that.
Can we all just fly over and
Can
see
we
that?
just go and see her do
That
that?
feels like a must-see moment.
Please, yes.
Caitlin, what are the people
Yes.
online asking Dr. Dawnn?
Dr. Dawnn, yes.
Yes.
So Ricardo wants to know, how does it feel feel to be playing somebody who is so close to Tina and having the audience reactions to you? What have the audiences been reacting to you, and are there any big moments where they're like kind of like loud reacting?
Yes, there are. Sometimes they love me because I get myself out of an abusive circumstance. And so they are cheering for my bravery and my courage to finally fight back and remove myself from that environment. They cheer for me when I encourage Tina, look, you cannot stay and allow yourself to be abused. You've got to protect yourself. They cheer for me. They really don't like me in other parts of the show because on the one hand, they're cheering me, and then on the other hand, they're like, but wait, you just left that baby right there. You walked away from her. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but Tina's mom chose to save herself and leave Tina in that household.
Right.
She had 2 children, Aline, the older sister, that she was very attached to, and Tina that she was not as attached to, and those reasons get revealed in the show.
Yeah.
And so the audience is like, wait a minute now, we were just happy for you. Now you've given us a problem. So no, they can be very, very vocal about many of the choices that I make in the show.
I love when your character sees the iconic Tina hair.
Oh yes, that beat. We can't give it away
wig
though.
work in this
We can't.
show.
Yes. Oh, the wigs are phenomenal
So
in this
good.
show. People don't believe I'm me when the show. No, they say, wait a minute. That doesn't sound like her because I don't speak like myself. I definitely changed my voice. I changed my body language. And the wigs, people are like, oh my God, wait, no, really? That was you? Yes. So that means I'm doing my job.
Why do you think this story, they've tried to make musicals out of a lot of famous people's stories now using their songbooks. There's something about Tina's story that just works so beautifully. Can you verbalize that at all?
Well, for me, what works is that it is human, it is genuine, and in a lot of ways, it's also my story. Being raised in a home of domestic violence, unfortunately, that is a lot of people's reality. And it's not just men abusing women, sometimes the women are the abusers and men are suffering. And the people who suffer the most are the kids who observe it, are often the target of it. And like Zelma, my mother had to make a choice. Do I stay and continue being abused, or do I save my life? And Mom's choice, she saved her life and actually left us with our dad. We didn't see our mom again for almost 1.5 years, close to 2 years. No. And like Tina's grandmother, my dad's mother, our grandmother, took us in. And we lived in the upstairs apartment of her brownstone for all of that time until we saw our mother again. And then when our mom came back, she was able to go to school and get a job and take care of myself and my 3 brothers. And now here all of us are, having made better choices for ourselves. And I have 3 of the most amazing brothers, men in my life who taught me and were examples of a better way for a man to be. Gratefully, our dad learned to make better choices as well before he passed away. So I'm very grateful for that. But this story very much speaks to me as it speaks to a lot of people who are going through certain things and don't necessarily know how to handle them, how to speak to them, how to recognize them. And sometimes you watch the show and realize, you know what? I'm the bad guy. I need to do better. And I don't mean guy just meaning men, but I'm the bad actor in my environment. And this is what it looks like that my actions can do to other people. And we find people making better choices on both sides to save themselves and to be better human beings. So I'm really glad, especially in this day and age, where stuff gets put on blast immediately. Right. And so we're calling more and more people out for their bad behavior. So I think the show just fits right in.
Beautifully said.
Beautiful. So Jamie wants to know, what is one thing you remember the most of opening night?
Well, the one I said about Miss
Tina Turner. Hello.
Tina Turner telling me that you did a great job
Yeah.
and you made me remember my mom. And after that, I don't even know what happened. Yeah, done. That's a wrap. Yes.
I have to ask you about Jaleesa.
Yes.
So Jaleesa was your different world.
Jaleesa was
character.
my different world. Jaleesa is alive, and there's nowhere I can go on the planet
I'm sure.
where
Yeah.
people don't.
Well, my boyfriend
scream
Sam
out.
is actually obsessed with you. So we say hi
Really?
to Sam. He
Sam. Jaleesa says hi.
like loves, like obsessed.
Really?
I remember Jaleesa I remember you being so like funny and strong and confident. Like I have real strong emotions of like seeing you and remembering that character. It's such a great character to
Thank
become. But what
you.
was it like becoming famous so fast?
You know, nobody teaches you how to do that.
Yeah.
I knew what it was like to be successful. I knew what it was like to be accepted and appreciated. Just from the work I had done before, and ending up in magazines or newspapers or different things. But where you walk down the street and complete strangers know your name or know your work or believe you went to school together because you're in their home every week, and you're sitting there for I was sitting there for a half an hour, 40 minutes trying to figure, okay, what did we do in school together? Where do we go? Only to realize I have no idea who you are. You just recognized me from the show.
Right.
Fortunately, it was a project and a character that encourages people
Yeah.
and inspires people. So to be known for that and to be embraced for that, I don't think I will never not be Jaleesa. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for the work that it's allowed me to do since. So yes, people are wondering, are you still? Yes, I am still acting. As she mentioned before, I'm on Veronica Mars,
Yeah.
Major Crimes,
Yeah,
different
a lot.
shows. You're gonna see me on The Boys coming up this season on the Amazon show.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
Cool.
yes,
The boys.
yes.
Uh-huh.
The Boys. So no, I've been very busy and still working. So I'm glad Jaleesa's your favorite. Amen. Yeah, thank you. Especially you, Sam.
That's iconic.
You
I
know
love
he's
it.
coming to me now. You know that, right? You've lost him. You've lost him.
How
Sam.
it works.
That's how it
The
works
power
now.
of Jaleesa.
Sam, the power of
of
Jaleesa, honey.
Jaleesa.
You heard what they say.
Amazing.
Once you go black, you don't go back. This is it. It's me and Sam.
Oh my gosh.
Me and Sam.
That is so
You know what
fun.
Sam is backwards? Mas. It means more. Okay. All right. He didn't appreciate you. Like I
Any other questions, Caitlin?
We can do one last question just for fun. So Max wants to know what has been been the most surprising thing about being on Broadway that you didn't expect to learn these past few
What's the
months?
most surprising thing? That they haven't put elevators in the theaters. What are you thinking? What are you doing? What are you? Oh my
you have a hike?
goodness!
Is there a hike?
Flight after flight after flight of stairs. Now, okay, you go into the-
Adrian's up too. Like
Adrian,
everyone's up.
myself, Adrian, and Myra are on the same landing.
Okay.
Daniel is the landing below us,
Right.
and then 3 flights. Our green room is on the 7th floor. No one goes to the green room. We'd rather meet in the basement than have to go to the green room. But most theaters are like that. I got really spoiled. When we were doing The Wiz, it was at City Center.
Oh, yeah,
And there's an
there's
elevator
elevators.
at City Center. I'm like, to my room, James. Take me to my room. It's like, yeah, no. We now all have buns of steel.
Come on.
Congrats.
You can, yeah.
Broadway Buns of Steel.
Broadway, that should be BroadwayBunsOfSteel.com. I like it. Hashtag.
That is amazing. Dawnn Lewis, thank you so much for finally coming to Broadway.
Oh,
Broadway
thank
proper.
you.
Broadway
Thank you,
proper.
thank you.
And thank you for coming. I'm a big fan.
My
and everyone
pleasure.
needs to see Tina, the Tina Turner musical at
Yes,
Linfontaine Theater.
Linfontaine Theater.
It is, honestly, it's just one of the best things out there. And
Thank
you're,
you.
You're going to love it.
Can I make a request?
Huh?
Can I make a request?
Yeah.
For all of you who love the show, thank you so much. But I also want to ask if you ever have a heart to help me help others through the A New Dawn, to the A New Day Foundation, my nonprofit organization, the A New Day Foundation. And when you don't necessarily see me on television, you can hear me. I'm in the new CBS Star Trek animated series.
Oh, I know, I saw that, yeah.
Yes, playing the captain and Apple and Onion and all you Doc McStuffins fans, Granny McStuffins. And so, yeah, I do
Come
several
on.
different shows. So
But wait,
check it
actually,
out.
tell me really quickly. Tell me exactly what A New Day. Tell me about that.
The A New Day Foundation, we provide programs and financial support to underserved youth and communities across the country. We're going to have our annual conference. We normally do it on a college campus for financial literacy and technology for college-bound high school students and newly arrived college students to give them tools and direction on this is what is happening in the world today as far as technology so that we can stay competitive and we can keep up, and what to do with our money and how to make your money work for you and how to have your finances empower all of your choices and your future. So we do that every year. We're going to do it this year. It'll be a little variation because we'll have to do it during the week around my show schedule. But yeah, so keep an eye out for it. The A New Day Foundation for our upcoming conference and other youth programs. We're looking to put together a few things while I'm here in New York.
You know what class I really needed when I was a kid and didn't
What's
have?
that?
Financial literacy
Financial
class.
literacy,
So I'm
yeah.
glad you're doing that. That's
Thank
good.
you. We give
Yeah.
out 8 $2,000 scholarships and brand new computers to each of the scholarship recipients. And we have some amazing, amazing supporters and sponsors that come and lead the workshops. So please come if you hear
Amazing.
about it.
You're
Thank
fantastic,
you.
Dawn.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by.
My absolute
Everyone,
pleasure.
go see the show. Go see her. Go see the wig work. It's amazing. Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single weekday here on Facebook, and you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast by searching for hashtag live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Sean Allen Krill all about Jagged Little Pill.